Welcome to M Squared TechCast.
Hey, it's Matt Rouse.
And Mike Brennan.
And the perils of live radio.
Yes,
You're listening to the M Squared TechCast.
Yep. Yes, and so we have in the hot seat today, we have Laura Curdy, who I just met recently. And part of this show, now the next three segments are going to tie in with STEAM, also known as STEM. We had the A, right, for architects and
arts
whatnot.
and architecture, right? Yep.
And so one of the things that we're looking at is what you do is a healthcare referral program. We were talking about that. She came by with good old Kate on Saturday night. We were kind of talking about how we're going to break this down, because you're into a lot of stuff. But one of the things that you're into is a healthcare referral program for doctors, dentists, and those sorts of folks. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Thank you for having me, Mike. Yes, my name is Laura Curdy, and I've been an entrepreneur for about 35 years. And I've tapped into a lot of different businesses. And what I started out doing initially many years ago, I was a manufacturer and wholesaler for a high-end store here in Michigan. I had 17 stores, and I did that for about 13 years.
So what did you manufacture?
I was a floral designer for Jacobson's department store.
Oh, sure.
17 stores, and then I got the Florida store. So that started me off on this path, and I watched my parents. My dad was a dentist. My mom is in real estate, and I saw these two have their lives. They could jump on an airplane, go and do whatever they wanted, and I wanted that life as an entrepreneur. So I started my own business back many years ago, and then as time passed, my father got sick, and he developed cancer, and then my mom got Alzheimer's. And as a young person growing up and watching my parents, have a great life, and all of a sudden they got sick, I wanted to get involved with healthcare, and I wanted to get involved with nutrition, and then that led me into CBD. So my parents, the way they lived their lives, I thought it was great, but I didn't want my genes to be my destiny. So I got involved with a device that measures antioxidants, and that gives you a score to tell you where your nutrition level is.
Where I scored. It was not good.
And so, and so, this was on the Dr. Oz show too.
I should have been dead 6 months ago.
She goes, "And you still breathing?"
Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, my goal in since I've been doing this now for 10 years with this device that measures nutrition, is to help people and get physicians involved with this referral system to get this implemented into their practices. And then as time went on, because I have a lot of healthcare providers that I work with across the country, they were coming to me and asking me about CBD. And I have one particular functional nurse practitioner that said that her patients were asking her, and I actually knew of a girl that was doing this business, referred by a dentist, and that he was doing this, and she has a son that had a brain disorder. And so her son got on this CBD, and within 4 or 5 days, he called her up and said, the fog has been lifted. And he was on opioids. He was actually in California on the streets, addicted to drugs, and she felt lost. And so she got a hold of this particular brand, and he was getting back to normal very quickly. And so she introduced me to the CBD. And so because I work with healthcare professionals and I have lots of doctors across the country, I found this great brand, and I jumped on it because I wanted to learn more. So that's how this referral system works, is I implement this device into practices, and then I also learned about the CBD, and most physicians don't know what an endocannabinoid system is, and so I've been training and teaching them as well, so we can get that into their practices and help their patients get some relief from anxiety and other disorders that they have.
Yeah, we probably should, for those that don't know, and there probably are a lot of them that don't, that CBD comes from the hemp plant, and it's not something that has the psychedelic properties that get you high. And there's still it's kind of like an onion. We're unwrapping it slowly. It seems like there's more and more uses for it for the medicinal purposes. But certainly it helps people with arthritis issues or anxiety issues, and even pets are getting CBDs now to calm them down. And we just got to get something for Kate to calm her down a little bit. Is there okay? So
is there scientific evidence to back this up, or is the fact that it's still part of the marijuana plant is still a Schedule 1 narcotic, sort of blocking the,
Well, that's
any kind
really-
of serious research about
That's
this?
a really good question, and this was around 1500 BC, and in 1992 they now have discovered the endocannabinoid system, and so there's a difference between marijuana and hemp, and
Sure.
hemp has lesser THC than the marijuana plant, obviously.
Less than 1% typically.
Yeah.
Yes. And so the company that I actually work with, they've actually extracted all the THC, so it's 0.00%. They actually have a lot number on the bottle that they can actually test to see if there's any molecules in it for the people that get drug tested. So I found a product that's clean, and the doctors want that because they don't want any THC in it when they're putting their title behind this product that they're using. So the differences are quite significant. The marijuana is a female plant, the hemp is a male plant, and this is the only type of plant that I particularly work with healthcare professionals. So we just want to get them trained. We want to teach them. We want to let them know that there's a clean product out there, full spectrum, water soluble, 94% absorbable. So there's great things about it. I won't get into too much detail, but there is quite a difference between hemp and marijuana.
Right. So let's talk about some of these other things that you showed me. Some other nutritional, supplements that you have in your inventory, and one was for the eyes, another one for different parts of the body, and talk a little bit about that.
So the nutrition that I recommend is made of fruits and vegetables, and one particular brand that I have has 7 fruits and vegetables in it, and you take 7 pills twice a day, and that actually protects your cells from metabolic disease. So once the disease comes in, it's still not too late to actually get your score up. We recommend eating healthier, eating organic, and lots of berries, and we get people on a regimen, and that's part of the training that I do with the physicians. And then we also have, there's so many different products from our company, but they're high grade. The physicians go out to a training so they can learn what the ingredients are and where the ingredients are coming from, because it's all about the ingredients when it comes to nutrition.
Right.
So, and then with the CBD, that's a whole different company, a whole different avenue that I am working with as well.
Okay.
Do you have a website where people can go for more information on this stuff?
I do, but the best thing to do is get a hold of me from my email, which is Laura Curdy, 4 @gmail.com. And then I can, wherever they're interested, instead of giving all that information on the air, you can just get my email, and then I can get you in the right direction and answer your questions. Because the whole point of all of this is getting physicians on board, training the physicians, and then I actually will physically go to their offices, and it's a turnkey system, whether they get the device that measures antioxidants, or if they want to learn about the CBD, I also go to them, or we can do a Zoom, however they choose. If it's local, I'll drive to them, and I get all their staff trained. And it takes a little bit of time, but we're trying to get the proper education to these physicians, because I have a physician out of state that just trained about 35, 40 doctors, and he asked how many physicians of all different types across the country, how many people know what endocannabinoid system, and one doctor raised their hand. So my job is with this fabulous physicians referral program. I'd like to get in touch with doctors that want to learn more, and then we can set them up, and then there's a stream of income for them as well.
So is this a program for just healthcare professionals, or can businesses get involved in this as well?
Well, that's a good question. This is for anybody that's business-minded, that's entrepreneurial, that wants to learn. Maybe there's going to be a learning curve, but there's so much to learn. I'm happy to train people. That's what I do. I'm a trainer, and I've been doing it for 10 years, and I absolutely love that we're helping people get off of opioids and narcotics and getting their life back, and possibly not even having surgery. So there's been people in hospice, and they've got on proper nutrition. There's, it's all about what we ingest. And there's another patient, and one of my doctors, 35 years, this woman was depressed on a couch, and she took the CBD. Within a week or so, she was off the couch, and she literally got her life back. And so this woman has done testimonies for us, and so we're just trying to help people out there, and also there's a stream of income as well.
Ah.
Okay. So
If folks want to reach out to you, how do they do that?
So my email address is Laura Curdy and the number 4 at gmail.com.
and that's CURDY.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Card right here.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life, but LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.